Hello, welcome to the Roseville Parks and Recreation Men's Basketball Online Managers Meeting. This 10-minute video is designed to provide you with all the necessary league information for the winter 2017-2018 season to ensure that your team gets the most out of the season here at Roseville. First, we want to thank you for choosing to play your winter basketball here with the City of Roseville. We understand that you have many basketball options throughout the metro area, and we appreciate that you have chosen to play with us. We have 40 teams across all divisions and are excited with all that we have to offer. The goal of our league is to provide a safe, well-organized, sportsmanly, fun, and fair atmosphere to participants of all backgrounds and skill levels. All policies and procedures here in this league are made with that goal in mind. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lake Johnson. I'm the Recreation Supervisor in charge of basketball here at Roseville. I can be reached by either phone or email with any questions or concerns that you may have. My primary method of communication with managers will be by email. Please ensure that all of your contact information is correct on the league schedule page. If you do not use email, please let me know as soon as possible so that I know I need to contact you by phone or other means if any changes are made. Schedules and results. The league website is cityofroseville.com/basketball. Your basketball schedules will be linked on that site or can be visited directly at teamsideline.com/RPR. As you will see, the league pages will indicate updated standings and results for each game. We do encourage managers to check back often to let us know if there are any scores entered incorrectly so we can make sure that we keep accurate tabs on the league. Any schedule changes that are made will be posted on the league page, and managers will also be emailed to inform you of that specific change. Schedule timeline. The preseason schedules, which will include the first 2 weeks, will be posted no later than Friday, November 17th. Preseason games will begin the week following Thanksgiving, Wednesday, November 29th, and last throughout December 20th. The third week of the preseason will be posted by December 8th. Unfortunately, due to high school scheduling conflicts and lack of gym access, teams' third preseason game may be scheduled for December 13th or December 20th. Regular season schedules will be posted by December 27th at the latest. Games are played at 2 separate locations, Roseville Area High School and Central Park Community Gym. Roseville Area High School hosts 3 courts, 2 in the lower gym and 1 court in the upper gym. Please ensure players are entering through the main gymnasium doors on the west side of the building. Do not enter through the gymnastics center doors. Please also note that the high school teams utilize the gyms until 6:30 p.m. Please wait patiently in the lobby area for custodial staff to switch over the gym for our use. There may be times at which games start later due to the high school practices, so please be patient and do not disturb those teams practicing. Again, our second site is Central Park Community Gym. Please enter through the northwest doors, in which there are 2 courts located at this site. League format. Roseville utilizes a unique sliding scale system, which is comprised of preseason, regular season, and playoffs. Please view the flowchart in regards to how everything is broken down. The preseason consists of teams playing teams of different skill levels in an effort to gauge where to place each team for the regular season. The first 2 weeks will be scheduled based on which league you registered your team in past season performances. Week 3 will be scheduled to try to tease out any anomalies that may have occurred in week 1. Regular season divisions will be created based on your team's performance in the preseason as well as your final placement from previous seasons in the Roseville League. Note, if your team has changed significantly from previous years, let me know. A team who is 3-0 will not necessarily be placed above a team who goes 1-2 in the preseason, as all factors will be taken into consideration, including the quality of opponents and margin of victory. Regular season is generally broken down into a C, upper D, middle D, and lower D divisions. If you have a strong feeling about where your team belongs after the preseason, please contact me as soon as possible. Once schedules are posted, teams cannot be moved. Playoffs will follow the regular season in which teams are reassigned to different brackets based on their league results. Playoffs should be viewed as a second season as opposed to a culmination or an extension of the regular season, as you may be playing teams you have not played before or that were in different regular season divisions. Playoffs are generally broken down into a C, upper D, middle D1, middle D2, and lower D playoffs. Player jerseys. All players must have the same colored jersey. Numbers are also required for all players. Please do not use tape for numbers as they often sweat off during a game. Permanent markers are fine to use. Any player who does not have the same colored jersey or a number will be assessed a technical foul at the start of the game. This will be enforced at the start of the first preseason game, so please plan accordingly. I also suggest getting two-sided reversible jerseys or encourage players to keep an extra numbered shirt in their bag in case teams have the same colored jerseys. General rules. Team managers must sign all team members in prior to each game. Please see the scores table to sign each player in. Please note players may not play without signing in. Game balls are not provided by the league, so please provide a game ball each week. Team rosters are due at the start of the season prior to your first scheduled game. Any team that does not have a roster on file will be subject to a forfeit. Please list players' name, city of residence, email, or phone number. Game time consists of running time for the first half and stoppage time for the final 2 minutes of the second half. If overtime is needed, it will consist of 2 minutes with stoppage time during the final 30 seconds. Each court will have an assigned scorer to run the scoreboard. Please have someone on your bench keep an eye on the scoreboard throughout the game to ensure that points, possessions, arrow, foul, and fouls are correct. Please notify the officials or scores person if there are any errors. Dunking rule. Dunking is okay during games only, so please refrain from dunking during any other time. Dunking during warm-ups, dead ball time, halftime, following a game, or any time that the ball is not in play will result in a technical foul. This rule is required by the owners of the gyms in which we utilize. Player conduct. All teams should designate a team manager before each game. Only team managers should interact with officials, and interaction must be respectful and occur during an appropriate time. Team managers may request clarification and may respectfully discuss a non-judgment call, but once discussion has concluded, that is the end of the conversation. Non-team managers may not question officiating. Continuous complaints and comments from the bench will not be tolerated. Flagrant and technical fouls. Flagrant fouls will result in immediate ejection and suspension. This includes any excessively violent foul or attempt to deliberately injure an opponent. The following acts may result in a technical foul with or without warning: use of profanity, questioning judgment calls, and persistent complaints about the officiating. The following actions will result in an immediate technical, double technical, or flagrant foul, with or without warning: the use of profanity towards an official or another player, making any statement that is personal in nature about an official or opponent, any attempt to bait, taunt, or instigate an altercation, or any attempt to physically intimidate an official or an opponent, for example, getting in someone's face. Please note this is not a full list of behaviors that will result in a technical or ejection, but hopefully gives players an idea of what behaviors will not be tolerated. Just because a player's actions are in response to a questionable play does not give him the right to act in an unsportsmanlike manner or inappropriately. When an ejection occurs, the team manager shall report the ejected player's full name to the scores table without incident. The game will not be restarted until this has occurred. Any manager or player failing to report the correct player information will also receive a technical foul. 3. Technical rule. In order to keep the spirit of the Roseville League, any player receiving 3 technical fouls over the course of the season, which includes the preseason, regular season, and playoffs, will be suspended from the league and any sanctioned Minnesota State tournament games. Please note this excludes a jersey violation. Any technical foul and ejections are recorded and reported back to me weekly. I encourage all teams to set a goal of receiving no technical fouls or rejections all season long. Please note, new this year, any team who does not receive any technical fouls during the season will be submitted into a drawing at the conclusion of the league for a chance to win a prize. The Roseville League has absolutely no toleration for fighting. Any player involved in fighting will be ejected from the league. This includes but not limited to throwing a punch, slapping or face pushing an opponent, grabbing or pushing a player during an altercation, and leaving the bench during an altercation, except when requested by an official. Again, please keep in mind that this is a recreational league. This type of behavior has no place here. Officials. Officials are independent contractors who hold jurisdiction over anything that happens in the gym or outside the gym related to the game. The city has implemented a Roseville officials meeting to discuss local rules and our expectations for the referees. Teams may reasonably expect referees to be on time, behave professionally, and to hustle. It is unreasonable for teams to expect officials to get every call correct, to know every single rule of the large NFHS rulebook inside and out, to tolerate frequent complaints or verbal abuse, to tolerate comments about officials' integrity or that are personal in nature. Teams must learn to live with the fact that referees may make calls that they do not agree with, but must move on with the game. Inclement weather. If games are in question, please view the adult weather website, which can be found on the league page or league schedule page, or call the weather hotline at 4:30 p.m. Please note, just because the school district cancels does not mean that leagues are also canceled. Please check the weather website or hotline. Forfeits and subs. Please remember that game time is the time listed on your schedule. Teams should be prepared and ready to play at that time. Teams with only 4 players present at game time must play with 4. If a team does not have 4 players present 10 minutes past the scheduled game time, the team will have to forfeit the game. Please remember, if you must forfeit your game, please contact your opponent as well as our office by phone as soon as possible. Nobody likes to show up for a game and not have a team to play, so please be respectful of this. If your team is looking for additional players or subs, please contact me directly, in which I can provide you with the long list of free agent contacts that are looking to join the league. Wrapping up, please remember that we want this league to be well organized and safe, with an emphasis on sportsmanship. Managers, I ask that you please be leaders on this and encourage your teams to follow suit. Keep these games in perspective. Yes, competition is important, but we want all participants to be safe and have fun above all else. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any questions or concerns throughout the entirety of the season. Finally, I thank you once again for choosing Roseville for your winter basketball league. I wish everyone a safe and fun season, and best of luck, and hope to see many of you out there on the courts. Thank you.